often describe the struggle, the conflict that we humans engage in as we're caught in between sort of our dual nature. We're locked into a finite body, each with our own life story and melodrama, and yet simultaneously we're like God. We partake of the entire cosmos.
Yes, I call that the reconciliation of irreconciliables. Because it's very difficult for our minds to accept this dual nature of identity. And I think it's we're cutting right into the main problem of in psychology. I think most people have a bad self-image or overcompensate or don't know how to assess their value in any way. And of course it's very difficult to accept what my father calls the aristocracy of the soul together with the democracy of the ego. Or he calls it the greatest pride in one's divine inheritance and humility about one's inadequacy in bringing it through. And yet still accepting the divinity of one's being. I think as Christ said, be perfect as your Father.
Now, somehow listening to you talk about this peculiar dilemma that we humans are in, it's making me feel that the whole thing is very humorous.
Yes, I think there's some point about laughing about things we don't understand.
Mm-hmm. But it's almost ironic somehow, and maybe quite ridiculous that as cosmic beings we're always finding ourselves in such dilemmas.
Yes, well, the Sufis say, oh man, if you only knew that you're free, it is your ignorance of your freedom that is your captivity. And I would add, if only you knew what the potentials in your being are, you would realize that it's your ignorance of those potentials that limit you to your inadequate sense of your self-image or your inadequate self-esteem, or denigrating yourself.